All right, let's talk about something near and dear to my heart, and that's radio. And of course, The Zone in Madison, 106.7 FM, 1670 AM. And they got what I think is probably the best local show going right now, and that's the Joe and Ebo Show. Let's bring in Joe Miller. And I'm only saying that, Joe, that I think it's the best because, you know, I'm doing a fluff piece here. And
okay.
So, I want to be able to build.
I'll take all the compliments I can get. Keep them coming.
So let's talk about the Joe and Ebo Show. What is the Joe and Ebo Show? If you had to sum it up a little bit, what do you tell people it is?
Yeah, it's just, you know, it's not your father's radio, I guess is what you'd say. I mean, we certainly have our pillars, right? Packers, Badgers, Brewers, Bucks, and we certainly, you know, football season's here. We spend a great deal of time on Packers, Badgers, but you know, we try and do a little bit, you know, outside the box thing, and kind of push the envelope a little, you know, put a little different spin, maybe a little bit of a sarcastic, slapstick. You know, look at the day in sports. And it's not just sports, you know, we do a lot of pop culture and, you know, movies and rock and roll and just kind of not taking ourselves and, you know, the sports talk game so seriously, I think.
Yeah, and it's kind of propped up to as kind of being a wise guy and a wise, you know.
Well, I didn't know. I was going to say that, Rich. I don't know what the rules are.
Well, yeah, I'm not going to use the word. I'm not going to actually use it.
I don't want to get you in trouble.
But I think everybody gets it. You're the wise guy, and I think you're the wise guy of it because the whole betting aspect of it too. You guys talk a lot about that. So talk about it. Your parlay card and all that kind of stuff you got going.
Yeah, I mean, it's out there, right? And you know, good or bad, sports gambling, and you know, whether you know people you're watching home, you don't realize this. Yes, fantasy football is technically gambling, and if you fill out a square on a Sunday night Packer game. So we just, you know, we kind of have made it our shtick. And, you know, the Joe and Ebo Show was born from something called The Action Zone. It was a show I hosted a couple of years ago, just a one day of the week, just basically talking sports gambling. And it kind of got a cult following, and then it grew into, you know, that what we're doing now on the Joe and Ebo Show. You know, we do the daily Action Zone every day at 8:50, so we always give you a free pick. You mentioned Joe's parlay card. We've got some great sponsors for that. You know, you go to our website, madcitysportszone.com, you fill that out every week. Runs through football, through, you know, college basketball and NBA season. Pick the top games, you can win some great prizes. We got a fantasy football league this year that's been insanely popular. So we're having a lot of fun with weekly, and then we have a season, you know, contest as well. So yeah, just, you know, if you put it this way, Rich, if you want to gamble on it, listen to the show. I will find a way to make a bet on it.
Sounds like a good bet. And we got about 20 seconds. Quickly, you guys also talk a lot of Packers. Who's the Packer you have on this year that you talked to?
Yeah, so it's Tundra Talk. It's a Packers inside linebacker, Blake Martinez. It's every Tuesday through Friday. During the show, we run it right at 10 o'clock. And he is, I'll tell you what, Stanford educated. He's so down to earth, such a cool dude. And we've been having a lot of fun with Blake, and gives us real behind-the-scenes access, kind of pull the curtain back on the Packers. So yeah, Tuesday, Friday at 10 during our show.
It's good stuff. Joe and Ebo, check him out on The Zone. And Joe, thanks for being here, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me.